Don't look under the internet.
A kite. Okay.
You could be a whale. You could be a flounder. You could be a lamp. You could be a bozo. You could be a you. You could be a tuna fish. I could be a you. I rhymed you with you.
Great job, man.
Hello,
I don't know
everyone.
what the fuck's happening.
Welcome to Don't Look Under the Internet.
What are we? What are we, Mike?
The show about
We are an
scary
internet horror comedy.
Thank you, because every time
Here-
I try to do it, you're like, yeah, you're wrong. You're wrong.
Because you are.
Dingus.
Now we're here to tickle your horror fancy
Yes.
while fucking your comedy fancy. I don't know how that
That's
works.
Jason.
Hello.
That's Doug. Hello. That's Cramit.
Let's cram it.
Did you just call me Cramit?
And I'm Mike. I'm no nonsense Mike today.
Wow.
That is.
You heard it here first, folks. Podcast over.
No nonsense.
Mhm.
Mike has arrived, which means there's no real point in talking to him.
No, honestly, we can just shut everything down. I will tell you what we do have. I'm no nonsense because of something that's happening right now. You ready?
Oh,
Ludi.
clap above
Housekeeping.
your head.
We have a new patron.
Yeah, I'll be the hype this episode, I guess.
Yes, chat. Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah, we got a new patron.
Hell yeah.
It is Jack Douglas. So, thank you, you wonderful person, for being a patron. If you want to be a patron like Jack Douglas and the rest of you wonderful folks, we have over 50 of you guys now. We're almost at 60, which is pretty cool. If you
Breathe.
want to be a patron, go to patreon.com/deludipod and chuck in whatever you think we are worthy of. It could be nothing. It could be something.
Those are your options.
Those
It
are your only options.
Could be something.
It could.
I gotta tell you, I'm very excited for this episode.
Oh, I
did not know about this until Doug was like, "Hey, I got a fucking,
slide in your DMs.
I got a fucking thing for you here," and I'm like, "All right, bet."
Why is this such a sexy episode?
I don't know. I was just,
Do you hear it, Doug?
I hear the sex for sure.
I mean, don't listen to the porn he's got playing in the background.
boys.
over
We
there,
have all three of us together. I think we've created some sort of bond here. I think with our community as well, we have what you
yeah.
could call an alliance
yeah.
with all these people.
I guess we kind of have to call them that. Yeah.
Yes, and much like the name of Professor McGonagall, it is the Minerva
Yes.
Alliance.
I see that was a very, very, very stretchy bird
Was
scooter. is what
this
that
thought
was.
Nope.
Ahead of time?
Nope.
He just started
All right.
saying words. They popped into his head.
Yes, we're covering the Minerva Alliance today.
Yeah.
Doug, talk.
All right. So to be fair, I didn't really know much about this one going into it.
Mhm.
I had heard it from the grapevine. I've seen its name drop places.
Who's Grapevine?
Yours.
Your grapevine.
I'm Mike.
Anyways, so yeah, this was a really, really fun topic to do. We definitely all came out of it just
It's a heavy ass bottle.
Mike's over here like pouring so much whiskey.
I didn't even get that much. It's that stupid bartender
The
cap.
stopper. Yeah.
Fucking
That's what happens when we buy the handle.
Don't even try to stop me from drinking. You don't know me. Fucking-
Anywho, yeah. So Minerva Alliance, very, very fun topic. We all had a blast just doing any kind of research on this.
Yep. This is like it's actually really funny that we're doing this week, especially from all the just the mentions we've been giving SCP and like the controversy surrounding that. This kind of tickled my SCP fancy. Just a little bit, yeah. It was
1000%.
super cool.
Yeah, I think the best way that Jason put it earlier was this is if analog horror met up with SCP and Welcome to Night Vale, and they all had this like weird threesome.
They fucked,
They
as you would
fucked
call it.
And then they had a child that was just horrifically deformed, but
amazing.
it's awesome. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I would say if you're going to watch the whole thing, I think each video is about 4 to 5 minutes long.
I knocked it out in about an hour.
Yeah. I will say there's a lot of stopping and starting you're going to have to do if you want to really see everything in this, but that's why we're here.
Yes, we are here to make it so you don't have to. Don't pause that screen. Just let the videos play. We'll tell you what you missed.
Also,
hopefully.
I will totally say, go to the Minerva Alliance and watch it because this is just like other analog horrors we have covered.
Yes.
Not enough fucking views.
It's
nobody's like talking about this.
I scoured YouTube for like people like Nightmind or like
For someone
Nextflow
to
that
make
would
our
talk
job
about
easy,
it. Yeah, for free to plagiarize. Exactly. Yes. But no one is talking about this. I
nobody
found
is.
one video where they're doing like a Mystery Science Theater 3000 bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I didn't want to watch that because I that wasn't what I was there for. I was there to see if someone was putting together things that I may be missing. But now that I'm looking at everything,
It's not.
I don't feel like I'm missing anything. But still, it's wild how this one's not being covered. So everyone, go look up Minerva Alliance. Give these people the views because damn it, they've earned it.
Absolutely.
This is very fun, very entertaining.
It's so much fun.
And if you're the creator of this Minerva Alliance,
I love you.
and you're listening to us, you've quickly and wholesomely probably became one of our favorite analog horrors that we've touched on.
Very, very quickly.
So there's that. But yeah, kind of in the same fashion that we did any other analog horror or like a video by video playthrough, please feel free to follow along.
Yeah, absolutely. You're going to get way more out of this if you're actually like seeing what we saw and you know what we're talking about. We're going to do our best as always to try and give you a decent description about what you're going to see and like the important areas that you should look for in each video. But none of that will do any of this justice. Go watch these. Give the creator the views he deserves, or she, or whoever it is.
Yeah,
I want to watch through this again already. It's just such a fun time.
I really tried hard to rewatch this today while I was at work, and I was too busy to rewatch it. So I'm a little disappointed that I didn't get to rewatch it because that's how good it was. I wanted to rewatch it immediately. It's very fun.
Yeah,
very fun.
Yeah, and again, if you are the creator and you're listening, which I'm pretty sure you're going to go over the creator a little bit, maybe later. Yeah.
Maybe.
Follow us on social medias at DeludiPod everywhere.
Good job, Mike.
It won't be worth your time.
Mike's doing a workout just trying to lift this fucking handle off the fucking table.
And I know what you're all thinking. Why isn't he doing? What are you drinking? What are you thinking yet? We're gonna get there later.
Yes.
Oh yes.
We're gonna get
we
there
will.
later.
Because it's a secret, bitches.
Yeah, we're changing it up today.
Yeah, so
We'll,
where do we start?
We'll talk about what we're drinking before a certain episode, and it'll make sense then.
or
not
during
now,
the
so-
episode.
During these nuts, Mike.
Wow.
So what are we doing right now there, Dougals?
All right, so let's start off.
I'm never gonna recover from that one.
It was just no nonsense, Mike. No nonsense tonight, right?
No nonsense,
That's
Mike.
true, no
You
All
nonsense,
my
Mike.
jokes are gonna come monotone
That's
as shit
true.
at you.
No nonsense, Mike.
The only way Doug knows how.
Yeah,
No nonsense, Mike. You know, he loves his wife. He has a stable 401k.
He cuts his lawn.
I cut my lawn.
He tells us about it after he's done it.
I actually
every
have
time.
not been able to mow my lawn this week because it hasn't rained, so my grass hasn't grown. It rained the one time.
You got to give it a trim still, man.
It's
Think
not.
of-
It's
think
not
of
growing
Hank
though.
Hill.
Well, no, because it's gonna get brown and dead.
Get
So you
out
don't
there with your
wanna-
lawn scissors.
You're right. I should do that.
Like what?
Is your goat okay?
No, he's dead.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
I am very excited though because not for the dead goat, because I got my dad let me borrow his edger, and I'm very excited for that.
Okay, can we take a quick pause? I need a real quick definition. What is an edger?
An edger
Mike?
is one of the
So
things
it's when
that
his dad comes over late at night while he's sleeping. I'll let you go
I don't know
from
if we
there.
want to continue the sentence.
the edger is the thing that keeps it trims up the grass by the sidewalk.
It's a
instead
weed
of it
whacker, basically.
weed whacker.
overlaying, kind of, yeah. But instead of it overlaying onto the sidewalk, it trims it so it's just like
It
flush
has
with
nothing
it.
to do with edging.
No, not this time.
Maybe next week.
Yeah,
we'll
maybe
see.
next week.
Mike gets edged by his dad next week on the Liddy Pod.
If we get 100 patrons, patreon.com/DeludiPod. Watch my dad edge me.
Oh my fucking god!
Holy!
All right, let's dump into this. Speaking of
My
dumping
mom
into
listens
things,
to this.
Thank you.
My
Bird
mom's gonna
Stewart.
listen and be like, "Dale, Dale." making sex jokes about you.
Your mom
don't-
is a
Mom, don't-
50-year-old smoker.
Mom,
by
don't
the way.
show this
That's why
to
I gave
Dad.
you that voice.
Mom,
Hi,
don't show this
Janine.
to
Hi, Dale. We
don't
love
show this
you.
to Dad. And also, I'm pretty sure my aunt listens to this. And if you do, don't show Dad this either.
I just want to give a shout out real quick too. What's going on, Janine? How you been?
You drinking
Where
water?
are you at?
You drinking water?
Drinking enough water.
You staying hydrated? All right, cool.
All right, get back to Minerva Alliance.
All right,
Where are we at?
Okay,
Talk about
so
the
where do we begin? Probably the very first video, right?
As is tradition.
I want to
yes.
start at the end. I want to start with a different. Let's go back to 2H32.
Yeah, we'll start it. Yeah, we'll do that again. Where we start at the end.
Yeah.
That's fine. Okay, so video 1 is where we actually get the whole setup for the Minerva Alliance. This is called their mission statement as of 8/17/2019. But you'll notice the first thing you'll see, this is the first video, so it's not really like spoilers, but the video is accompanied by the word depreciated before everything now, which we'll go over a little later. So I'm going to read this one word for word because it's basically just like a couple minute video of their mission statement, which is exactly what it says.
I think it would do all of us well to know what that is.
So this is going to give you a good idea of what the Minerva Alliance is. So it says, this is an urgent message to all American citizens. While there is no simple way to state this, it is important that you know the following information for safety and informational reasons. There are anomalies in this world, things that are unexplainable by science and logic, and your government is hiding this information from you, claiming them to be unusual cases of non-anomalous phenomena or beings.
Bullshit.
This one reminded me of the beginning of fucking Ghost Adventures for some reason.
There are things in this world
Yeah.
you will not
Yeah.
understand.
Holy shit.
Understand.
All right, so moving on. This disinformation campaign has resulted in the senseless loss of countless lives and could be prevented if the populace had known about these anomalies beforehand. That is why we have founded the Minerva Alliance, an activist organization founded to inform the American population of anomalies that exist in your communities so that you can prepare and take action should anomalous activity begin occurring in your area. Our agents work day and night to uncover and provide proof of such anomalous phenomena, whether it is through recovered footage, documentation, or anything in between. Stay tuned for more information and news. You deserve to know the truth, and we will provide it. Stay safe. The Minerva Alliance.
Hell yes. Oh my God. It's such a good, just like, setup for what you should be expecting. It's so good.
So remember when we were like, yeah, this is like if analog horror and SCP came together.
You're going to have fucking classifications. You're going to have, like, you're going to notice a lot of similarities between these. And anybody who's a part of our containment corner tier, you guys are, this is almost like a little bit of a bonus for you guys, plus almost maybe another episode since all the controversy and shit. This will tickle your paranormal SCP Warehouse 13-esque vibe for at least a little bit. So
Yeah, so a lot of these are going to be set up in that fashion, as he's saying. You'll get a lot of information from the descriptions of these videos. Just watching the video itself is also going to lead you into being like, oh, okay, what the fuck? And you'll slowly start to see that like each video is taking place somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
It's not all just like one weird radio or TV station like we normally talk about.
It's like a catalog of a bunch of weird shit.
none of the Mandela variety this time, though.
Nice.
Thanks, guys. I didn't get that.
All right, so the first like real video we get out of this series is called Mr. Know-It-All's Game Show Spectacular.
Can I, before you go into this, when I took this quiz, I got 100%.
Yeah, I did pretty well as well, and then it got weird, and I was
Fucking-
like,
God, you guys are so smart. Knowing how many rings are in the Olympic logo. Wow, so smart.
That's the one you
Mike's
failed.
like
I thought it
four.
was, I thought it was 6.
It's like Offset.
No, it's like Quavo.
We're back on that shit. Okay. So
Go
video
forward.
2. All right. So the first thing you're gonna see in this is like a fucking Looney Tunes start screen. You know, it's like got the title of the show. There's a curtain, all that shit. This video is by Little Sisters Entertainment Presents, and they're circa 2000. This video shows a questionnaire game being played with multiple choice questions, then on to regular questions and so forth. But that's the big brunt of this video happens at the very end of it. So I'm not really going to spend too much time on the beginning because you're just going to go through some multiple choice questions. Like I said, you're going to see some random questions. And then in true analog horror
But
fashion,
what about weird clown man?
there's a clown at the top of the video.
And I
Oh,
hate
yeah.
him.
He's just a
Yes.
He's just a smiley face man at the top of the
Doesn't
video.
look too. I mean, it looks a little disconcerting, but I
It's
don't like
it's
clowns. So
yeah, it's not great to see. I don't know if
you wouldn't greet this with a smile.
yeah, no, you'd be like, okay.
I'm gonna turn around. We're
Yeah.
going the other way now.
You know, I'd walk to the other side of the street for sure.
Yes, for sure.
Clutch my purse.
So yeah, but towards the end of the video, it gets extremely chaotic. It starts to kind of glitch out and ask questions rapid fire at you. So I had to watch these videos in a 0.25 times speed so that I could catch everything that was happening.
Yep.
So it just starts blasting questions at you, and they are not like happy questions that are meant for kids like all the other ones are. Basically, it says things like, on average, how long can you survive without air? What's the color of the alert when a child goes missing?
It's pink. I know
That's at
that
the
one.
hospital, but it's,
amber.
It's amber.
Yeah.
It's an amber alert.
And it just keeps going on with really weird stuff, talking about like, choking to death, like asphyxiation, all this weird stuff. And then once it's done, it gets even faster and it just starts spewing these weird words out. But you're now seeing the clown's face become terrible.
Happier, and his mouth is now
Way more open. No, it's just a very terrible looking clown face now, but it's like spitting out all these like weird little things. And I swear to God, if you do not have the video at the speed I had it at, you will not be able to read all of this.
Nope, not even
But-
close.
Thankfully for you, I watched it in slow mo.
It flashed by my face, and all I saw was the audio for like when a flashbang hits, and just
Stunned silence.
But if you wanted to know what it was saying, it says, "You deserve to be judged for your sins against your mother. The fallen one will find you. Try to run, try to hide. It will make no difference. Accept your fate. There's nothing to be scared of. You're going to a better place, a place free from fear, a place free from sadness. Why don't you join him? He is waiting for you with arms open. Do not be afraid."
Okay,
I'm
Dormammu.
I'm gonna press X to doubt on that one.
Perfect.
So yeah, that's Clown Man's sadistic ways.
That is the introduction to this.
Yeah, and we don't have anything to work off of yet. We
No.
have just this first video, but it gives a very clear ideal of what we're going to start seeing here. The little sisters thing, you're going to see that reoccurring a little bit. All of the time frames are going to be jumping all over the place.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have, up until the 2010s, all the way to the 1930s.
In the 60s.
You'll see just a very, very broad range of dates that these videos are from.
Yeah, because like the whole before we get too deep in the weeds on this one, so the whole kind of premise of this, just to set you guys up, is this is like a backlog of anomalous like recordings and videos that have been found and basically compiled by the Minerva Alliance, and they basically all reference these weird anomalous like scenarios, situations, beings, whatever, just to give you guys an idea of what you're going to be looking at going forward.
Yeah, and each one is accompanied by their description on the YouTube channel, which is like a little story, like an additional information of how these like films were found. Specifically, this one was this report was written by someone by the name of Great Horn, which we will talk a little bit about later. But yeah, you can like we might read a little bit of these, but we're not going to like deep dive into them just because this episode would be just super long if
Yes.
we read everything about each one. But to give you an idea of what you're seeing, obviously we're going to do that.
Fantastic. Love to hear it.
Mike's really uncomfortable with silence.
I know he can't just take like one little cut. Like we can't just get that
Like a cut
space
point.
of cut to like just work with. It just has to be.
If you do not talk for 3 hours all the time, constantly.
Like I sit at
God
home
dies.
and say nothing for like 8 hours a day.
Yeah, so you should want to talk more.
I don't. I just don't. I talk enough on Tuesdays that
Yeah.
it's fine.
Well,
Yep.
today's Tuesday. It's time to re-up.
All right, I'm guessing this is a cut point.
Yeah, I'm just
So-
gonna pause.
All right, so the next video in the series is called Recovered Footage Pegasus Neurolink Promotional Video.
I like how they spelled Pegasus.
Yeah,
And it
it's
made me
like-
wonder how no one has thought of doing that in real life.
Pegasus.
Yeah, like a system.
SYS.
No, I know, but like also like
Cis white male.
Peg.
Assist.
Okay, no? All right. We'll just move on from that one.
Damn.
So this is a promotional video from 8/6/1996, and it's the Pegasus Neurolink version 1.2. The first thing that we see in this video is like it's like a warning, like if you're not authorized to, share this video,
Don't Pegasus.
don't. I'm waiting. I'm just trying to make that uncomfortable silence for Mike. See what happens. But yeah, so
Grinding my teeth over here.
it's like imagine if you were like at a new job in the 90s and they're like, all right, here's the training on day one, and they pop a video in like that fucking like black tower and your CRTV fucking like on the rolly thing, you know
Yeah,
what I'm talking
yeah,
about,
like-
that school used to do.
Yep. Oh, it's movie day at school.
Yeah. This is what I thought of when I watched this one. So it says
Did anybody else watch Lorenzo's Oil in school?
let's move away from whatever that is.
They pulled out the TV and I was like, fuck yeah, we're gonna watch Bill Nye, and he put on fucking Lorenzo's Oil.
None of
I
us
don't know what that is. It
What
just sounds like a
that?
porno.
It's a movie about a kid. It's got fucking. I think it's got Antonio Banderas in it. I think
Zorro
he's in it.
himself.
I think he's in it, but it's about
The dad from Spy Kids.
Yeah, but the kid. It's either him or like Nick Nolte. It's something I don't fucking know. But so
Note to
the
self:
kid.
cut this whole part.
The kid is like dying of some disease or something they don't know how to cure. So they spend like 10 years and like all their money trying to develop a cure, and they do.
So it's
and they-
Catastrophe Crow.
and they
The
use-
movie.
So
yeah,
you
but
just
they-
spoiled the whole
Yes,
damn
I
movie.
did. But they use like they figure out some sort of thing with like olive oil or something, then it works. And it's like, Lorenzo's Oil. Wow.
Put it on your carrots. You're good. All right, cool. Moving along.
Jesus.
So, like I said, this video starts with a warning saying, no outside personnel sharing allowed, kind of thing. Like, please, be responsible, this and that. So it starts with like just a bunch of prompts, like worded prompts that you're reading through. It says the telecommunications.
It was Nick Nolte.
Son of a bitch, Mike.
I just said that as a joke.
Son of a bitch.
It was Nick
None
Nolte.
of this is usable now.
I meant that
This
as a
whole
joke.
section just makes zero sense now.
If I'm
Absolutely
being honest,
0 sense.
episodes 1 through 64, 65, whatever, also didn't make sense.
Continue. I'm sorry. That's incredible that it was actually Nick Nolte.
He's very happy with himself. You know what, Mike? I think the audience deserves.
No. Doug, go. Doug,
No,
go.
it's
Doug,
no.
go.
The,
Doug,
the
go.
audience deserves to recognize your efforts. Do you know? You think so? Are you happy now, Mike? Is this what you wanted?
Between that and Doug's death stare, I don't think I'm happy at all.
I'm sad now. So video 3 is called Recovered Footage Pegasus Neuralink Promotional Video. This video starts off with like a very classic warning saying, do not share this with anyone not in the personnel. Please be cautious with who sees this, etc. And it just kind of goes over some like basic like, we'll sue the shit out of you, fire you, whatever it is. Don't do that.
Yeah.
So this is a promo video from 8/6/1996, and it's titled Pegasus Neuralink V1.2. What happened to the other ones? I don't know, but here we are. So it starts off with a bunch of prompts, and the thing that I'm imagining is like, classic pop a VHS into a TV and
get the
This is
scan
what you're
lines,
seeing,
you get the
yeah.
little, I'm starting now, and then
It's like your classic analog horror, I would say.
Exactly.
good job. Oh my, that makes so much sense.
It really does. So it begins reading off these prompts, and it says, telecommunications field is evolving rapidly. Everyone is hard at work making this happen. I'm kind of paraphrasing all this right now because there's actually a lot of text happening.
Please do.
But it says, however, everyone is focusing on telephones while we are all working on something that can revolutionize long-distance communication. And then it kind of goes on to talk about the way that they're using electromagnetic waves to transfer information, but it can be unreliable and
Yeah.
destabilized.
They went the goddamn Elon Musk putting chips in monkeys' brains before Elon Musk put chips in monkeys' brains.
Yeah, pretty much. So Pegasus is now proposing quantum telepathy, which transmits at superluminal speeds and incurs no attenuation during transmission. Basically, your brain is going to be connected to something that they keep referring to as the unit, and it will receive and transmit signals to other brains.
Yeah.
Nice.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
One of the things that they're very happy about
So
is
we're
that
gonna
it's a
keep that
noise-
in. But
Yeah.
my Lorenzo's oil Nick
Exactly.
Nolte bit we cut.
Exactly. That went too long. It went too long. One of the things that they're super pumped about is noise-free communication. You just think it and it sends, right?
There's no wait. You said there's no noises in this kind of communication?
You just think your thought to the brain you want to send it to. And
Are noises considered like intrabrainal? That's not a word.
intrabrainal. You just got intrabrainal.
See, I understood that as when they said no noises, I thought it meant like how on a nose, when you pick up your phone and you like talk to someone on it, you get that little bit like that staticky, like kind of echo in the back. I thought that's what it meant by the noise, and now it's just pure like conversation, like it's very clear.
It's all happening in your brain.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The way I kind of interpreted it is like when you're texting someone, there's no
Yep.
noise, you're not talking, you're
still-
seeing their thought through your phone. But now you're reading their thought through your brain.
Just get rid of the phone.
Yeah.
Just take the middleman out.
So
Nice and easy. Yeah. No, go ahead. Throw it.
Throw your phone.
yeah, do it.
I don't have
You
insurance.
don't need that phone.
You really don't.
I do. I sold my backup.
Oh no.
Your backup was probably a toaster.
It's an iPhone 7 Plus.
For your information.
Basically a toaster. So we get a little further into the video, and we get to a part called usage instructions, and this lists out usage instructions. But every so often, the screen kind of glitches out, and the words that you're seeing on the screen no longer reflect what you were seeing before. So that being said, we start seeing things like calibration change to the gateway of ascension. We start seeing the unit change to the sacred gateway. We also start to see words like digital messiah and digital messiah of harmony and the collective. And then it talks about getting commands for the collective, which are important for ascending mankind to the next order of existence.
Hey, you said the fucking the cult word. Ascension. We
Something
got it.
that's-
We hit the trope. We're good.
I wonder if this Ascension cult has anything to do with
The cult of
Ascensionism.
the Ascension.
It could be.
From Kanye Quest.
Yeah. Well, we haven't done that yet, so no one knows what the fuck we're talking about.
Or been drowned.
Or been drowned.
Or yeah. Oh shit. Oh.
But this gave me like fucking what was it? Was it Gemini that also did something like this where
Gemini was like the camp.
Yeah, no, this is
Campground.
like 1000% been drowned.
Yes.
Mhm.
If Ben Drowned was an analog horror, here you go.
Yep. So, one of the things that it starts saying is stuff like never resist the directives of the Messiah, overlook your individuality for the interest of the collective. The sacred gateway must be on at all times. The collective may need your help at any moment. Lead acolyte of the equalizer may need you. Like it says weird things, but
Did
you're
you
only
get-
getting these glitches like just briefly when the text you're reading glitches into this other text, which is another reason why I had to watch these fucking videos at 0.25 speed.
I don't know why, but you talking about like the collective and like, yes, it rings major cult vibes or cult bells for me. But for some reason, when I was younger, there was a villain in a show that stuck out to me called the Smoo. And it's from My Little Pony, I'm pretty sure.
You've mentioned him
you're a
before.
brony?
I think I have. I
You've
used to think it was
mentioned
from
the
like
Smoo
Care
on here
Bears or some
before.
shit. It could be from Care Bears. I'm not sure.
You think it was from the Snorks?
Oh.
These all sound like
See, you're-
slurs.
No, I can't add more to the pot. No, they taught. So the Smoo was essentially like a collective. It would drain the color from everything and absorb it into its
Oh, that's
one
definitely
being.
a Care Bear thing.
Okay, then I'm sure. Then Care Bears it is.
Color's taking all the color.
I would like going forward if we could just think of this as the Smoo analog horror because
Sure.
that makes me feel more comfortable inside.
Didn't we get references to a bunch of this stuff from like an earlier episode as well? From like a divine god.
Oh,
like it's-
yeah, yes.
You'll have to like.
We have
earn your
not seen
place.
anything about that yet.
I thought
So
we got-
far from these videos.
Oh,
Oh no! You're
Yep.
right. You're right.
So, real quick, I think this is a good time because this is the very end of the video. I want to just play out this last part so you can hear this like final glitch that happens. Basically, it's just the rest of the video. So, like, you get these little glitches, like I said, but then the very end is this.
Keep these words carefully, for they concern you and your future. Your true purpose and potential have been obscured by the material world. Your senses cannot see beyond the here and now, and have limited you from the beginning. However, I am the light of enlightenment in the sea of ignorance, and seek to help you. Achieving your true calling requires you to connect to something higher than yourself. The sacred gateway will allow you to receive the guidance you have been searching for. I will help realize your full potential and allow you to lead a fulfilling life. Remove the will from your eyes and see for yourself what the world has hidden from you. Your true purpose and potential await you immediately see out of harmony and prosperity. Until we next speak, may peace be upon you.
Sheesh.
I mean, it was cool, but that's threatening.
Yeah, there's something about that that's just very unnerving.
It
you
makes
know?
it makes your skin crawl.
Yeah, it's that's how that video ends, and it cuts back into like the very end of it, and it has like a little promotional like last bit, but
with like the happy music.
yeah,
Yeah.
but like I hopefully everyone is seeing this. You know,
Yeah.
okay, we're looking at different channels, different things that are going on all over the world, not just specific to one weird TV channel like we're very used to.
Like Gemini or like even something akin to like Alex Kansas
Local
or
58.
Local 58. Yeah, exactly. It's those. The one thing that those three have in common is they all follow like a semi-structured, rigid, locally close storyline. This one is fucking all over the place.
Yeah, and this is another document that was written by the Great Horn.
Oh yeah. So again, you're gonna see several names throughout this whole series. There's not a whole lot of them, but it does give meaning to who is saying what, and it introduces you to some of our characters, even if you don't see them.
Yeah. So the next video is actually called Recovered Footage, Unusual Emergency Alert System, 6/25/1999. This video is kind of hilarious, actually, and it's also creepy in its own right. And I'm actually going to play another clip in this one, not right this second, but you'll hear another clip. So this video starts with like, it looks like somebody popped a VHS in and was just like recording their TV back in the day. I did it
Early
for sure.
pirating, yeah, fuck
Like-
yeah.
when you walk
Same.
through the street.
Exactly, yeah. It starts,
If I went to my parents' house,
Everybody
I
got you.
probably could find a copy of
As
Alien
an
that I've
original.
recorded from TV on VHS somewhere in
oh,
that house.
I'm sure somewhere in my parents' fucking storage, I have like Adult Swim, like Saturday nights, like just videotaped.
Just taped away.
Wherever my grandmother has the stashed Dragon Ball VHSs I have made.
Of course.
They're around there somewhere.
But yeah, So this video starts with like somebody just watching Arthur.
And I say, hey, what a
Oh, you guys remember
wonderful
that hit
time
PBS
today.
show?
But during Arthur, all of a sudden we get a emergency alert on the screen for like the National Weather Service.
Also, I'm sorry. Speaking of Arthur, real fast, Chance the Rapper put out and the Social Experiment put out a version of the Arthur theme. This was like 10 years ago, but it's very good, so I recommend everyone listens to it because it's very nice.
10 years ago.
Yeah,
I
it
also
makes me
never-
feel very good.
I
It's
never
very
thought
nice.
anyone would think to do a cover of the Arthur
It's
song.
very well done.
Really?
I'll have to check that
Yes,
out after
it's
this,
with
actually.
with Chance and the Social Experiment. Wonderful, wonderful.
So I'm going to play another small clip now. This is for a weather alert for a severe thunderstorm warning, but if you listen really closely, it's got like some really weird verbiage that just isn't quite normal to what you would expect an emergency alert to be saying. So let's go to that.
Get to a basement, storm cellar, or other underground shelter immediately. Close and lock the entrance to the shelter. If you are unable to find an underground shelter, attempt to hide in a deep ditch, storm drain, or the site which is as minimally exposed to the sky as possible. If you are in a car, evacuate from the Fargo area immediately, heading either north or south as directed by law enforcement. Do not leave your shelter or return to the Fargo area until the warning is lifted. No shelter above ground can protect you from this storm, regardless of its construction. To repeat, the National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Cass and Clay counties effective until 8:30 a.m. tomorrow.
So I know that was super short.
It was very unnerving, though, if you heard what it said.
That brings back, like, just that voice brings back, like, PTSD of, like, oh, God, I gotta get in the basement. There's a storm coming.
Oh,
like,
God,
yeah.
There's one when it was in this house, so trauma.
I forgot you grew up here, right?
And yes, and fucking, and I was home alone, and then it started storming really bad where the power was going out, and I ran down into the basement here where we're recording, and I cried, and I had the dog and the cat with me. I'm like, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay.
I'm trying to imagine how you had this
Where were
basement
you?
set up.
It's the exact same way. Nothing's
There's just
changed.
nothing in here, just
Yep.
that TV.
Yep, it's the exact same way.
Damn.
Where were you when you balled up and cried?
On that couch right over there.
Over there?
Yeah.
That couch that hasn't moved in 30 years.
Yep, exactly.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I remember calling my dad because he was on a work trip and he was out in like fucking like Maine or something. And I was like, just act calm, act cool. Just don't let him know that you're panicking. So he picks the phone. I'm like, hey man, how are you? He's like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I just calling to see how the trip is. Not at all freaking out. Like, it's storming over here. What's up, man?
Everything is cool. I swear.
How are you?
Oh my God.
So this video specifically is one of those ones where it's kind of shorter, but you get a way more context from the actual written document in the description. So I'm going to read off just a little bit of that. So this is what it says in the document. While the recording itself is non-anomalous, the severe thunderstorm warning contained therein is suspected to have been associated with an anomalous weather event. The warning originated from the National Weather Service office in Grand Forks, North Dakota, and was most likely broadcasted from station WXK-42 in Fargo, North Dakota. For brevity, only the portion of the recording containing the severe thunderstorm warning has been uploaded here. The unusual wording and duration of the featured warning suggests that a Type 4 supercell had formed at the time of broadcast. However, radar and satellite imagery, as well as records of warnings issued by the National Weather Service, show no evidence of this event occurring at the date and time indicated by the SAME codes. At the time of the writing, no reports on an accidental EAS activation or intentional broadcast intrusion have been found, and the Minerva Alliance is slowly trying to uncover more about this one.
Yeah, this one I would like to see a lot more on. It's to me unfortunate that this is kind of just like spoiler,
It's
kind of like a one and done
so
video
vague.
because it's super fun. Like how creepy of like a storm warning and there's no storm, but was there?
And like it's literally like like nowhere outside will keep you safe from the storm.
And no structures built will keep you safe.
Yeah,
get
like-
the fuck underground.
Like
If you heard that coming over any kind of media that you were listening to, or like, especially if you're watching Arthur, like you've got your kids in the room. Probably.
Yeah.
I'm not going to assume anything.
And it's probably
here.
like 1 to 2 p.m. or some shit.
Yeah.
Like when Arthur is on.
yeah, or like early afternoon or some shit. It's very fucking strange.
I would have shit my poop sack so fast.
Filled it to the brim.
Filled my poop sack so fast. And that one's actually like, even though it's so short, it's like one of my favorite ones because it's just so weird and it's like I need to know more.
Yeah.
But there's no more. Okay. So video 5. So this one is entitled Recovered Footage, Tau Omicron Xi Initiation Tape.
Not
This is nostalgic as shit.
why.
It's a fraternity initiation, right?
No, it's a sorority.
So you're
Initiation.
close.
Close.
Yeah.
Greek
So-
life initiation.
Yes.
So this is a sorority indoctrination video. And basically you see this on-screen prompt. It's like a video for new sorority members, and it says, follow the on-screen instructions to begin. First, the oath. So immediately you get these very cult-like vibes from this, and the oath is talking about drinking the sisterhood elixir and all this stuff. I'm not even gonna like read the whole fucking like oath that you have to say.
Yeah.
But the first step is to recite the oath. So now, after the pledge, you will now prepare and consume the elixir of sisterhood. And fun fact, we have actually obtained what you need to make this sisterhood elixir.
We don't need that.
That
I wouldn't recommend drinking. That's for when we get 100 patrons.
This is the 100 patron bottle.
Yes.
The
What
fucking
you all
70-year-old
I think it's a whiskey. That's what Doug said.
caloric
it's
punch.
It's potentially
I'm
a
pretty
whiskey.
sure
called caloric punch.
from what we Googled, it's whiskey. I don't know for sure.
I still can't believe.
Anyway,
half the shit's
100
still in this
patrons.
house.
I will sip from that and die. Anyway,
This will make more sense when you see our
Yes.
unboxing video.
I'm
but
still shocked that stuff is still like here,
oh yeah.
like all around me. And
Hey-
I'm surprised Lori didn't throw away the two.
Did you bring Kelly the fucking vial?
Oh yes.
Oh no.
Oh, you. That's right. The toenail one.
Yeah. We don't want to give too many spoilers.
Yeah, that's right. Anyway,
too
so,
many spoilers.
hey, everybody.
Yeah, we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Hey everybody! Remember when I said we'd get to what are you drinking? What are you thinking later? We're about to get there.
Here we are.
So, Doug, go ahead and tell us more about this thing.
All right. So step 2, make the elixir. What you will need is, Mike, will you start the
Yeah,
process?
actually, what do we?
I'll
need
get there
for
when you
this?
go to the measurements.
I'm doing that right now.
Okay, let's do that right now. Okay, go ahead. What do we
It's
need?
me telling you, hey, Mike, go to the.
What do we need? And feel free
All
to
right.
make this at home if you have the ingredients.
Yeah,
Everybody.
if you have the ingredients,
if you guys
go ahead and
randomly have this.
follow along. So this elixir is 40 milliliters.
I'm just gonna eyeball
Just
it.
count it. Just count it.
Okay,
As
ready?
it comes out.
Okay.
How do you count?
1,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
We're gonna
13,
go.
14, 15,
That's 40.
All right, so 40 milliliters of vodka.
Yeah, that looks about right.
We need 140 milliliters of fruit punch.
So take what you just did, but just add 100 to it.
100.
That.
We need 70 milliliters of ginger ale.
70.
So half of what you poured for the last one, which looks to be about the exact same for what you poured for the vodka.
This is going to taste like
This is
absolute
gonna
dick.
suck. Oh man!
And then go ahead and give that a little mix.
give it a little mix, okay?
Give it a little
Okay.
shaky
Yep.
poo.
In your Swamp Thing cup.
So then, before drinking, we need to do a small chant.
You have to hold hands.
No, but
Oh,
it also
nice,
didn't
okay.
tell me what the chant was exactly. So
Nam
Or
yo
are we-
ling
is this
yo
improv time?
nam yo ling
Shing
yo
bam
nam.
ding
That's a
dong.
50 Cent
Keep going.
song.
Yo, you gotta keep going.
Nam yo ling yo nam yo ling yo.
perfect. That's a small chant. Why do I feel like we're about to bust into some like Rammstein? Anyways,
I'm
so
totally pulling that and just backing our whole track with that, by the way.
So we have our small chant done. Now, Mike, did you bring a knife down?
No, I figured we would figure this out as we go.
No, I got you.
I also have a knife in my bag.
Well, okay. Well, let's see if we can find it first.
I'm not even going to try and look for mine because you're holding your bag.
Okay, what's in your bag, Doug? Because my knife is gone.
My knife is probably in my car, actually, now that I think about it.
I have sharp things. It'll be fine. Continue.
Okay,
So
okay,
we need.
fine.
Oh, we have the big giant steak. Okay, cool. We're
yeah,
good.
where is it?
Okay, so with a small knife, we will now cut our hands and add 3 drops of blood to the mix.
So we're gonna do to substitute blood because blood diseases.
What? Okay, you can do whatever the fuck you want. I'm
3
putting-
drops. We're gonna sub in some
3
maker's
drops.
mark. All right, ready?
Fuck this. I'm getting a razor.
Okay, there we go.
Wow. Okay.
You
Now-
don't want to put blood in this drink?
No,
What the fuck are we doing here then?
blood. Blood is the whiskey.
Doug, do you have any STIs?
Not that I'm aware of.
Mike, do you have any STIs?
I don't know. Whiskey is the blood of the alcohol world.
Disconcerting as fuck. But so moving on. So we also need to technically put 3 drops of our blood in our neighbor's cups. But since we're all
Sharing
making one,
No,
cool.
guys, I know this sounds weird. And I know that we don't want to go the full length and we don't want to go the distance like Hercules told us to. I think we should.
No.
All right. Well, I tried.
Anyway, continue.
I'm not drunk enough for that.
Yeah. I would have
So now-
substituted it in syrup, but here we are.
Oh,
So
I already
now
put the whiskey in.
we have our blood,
Mhm.
our lifeblood. We now have to take the syringe that you've provided for us,
Yes.
and we need to obtain 5 milliliters of fluid from the vessel of life that we have in the center of the table. This is the worst drink ever made.
this is gonna suck.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Wait,
now,
actually, before can we do that one more time? I don't feel that's like essence of life enough. Can we do like just a small? No, you're ruining it.
Is that enough?
No, it's not the essence of life yet. I think we need to say some words over it, like they do in all religions, to make something into another thing. Does that make sense? Give me, just give it to me. I got it. I got this. I'm
give him the cup.
No, the thing that you were the thing you were opening. Please and thank you. As I am ordained by the FUCC,
Hey,
or
same.
First United Church of Cthulhu.
Fuck.
Nope.
The fuck?
The fuck.
Let's think of some diluty words for this. This has to be specific, right?
Fuzzy duck, ducky fuzz.
All right,
does he
I got-
fuck? Fuck
okay.
he does.
Come on, her.
Ready? I got the perfect combination.
All right, here we go.
Fuzzy duck, ducky fuzz. Come on, her.
You just did what we did.
Hell yeah, but he said
okay,
it.
go
he
ahead.
said
I
it
waved
into
my
the
hands
elixir.
over
Okay,
it.
add a
He
little
did.
bit more.
He did magic.
Okay, add a little life juice.
Right? Don't you?
Okay, there
Oh.
we go.
Okay,
All
life
right.
juice added. Now
Okay,
that's actually life
juice. Now we let the drink settle, and
What
then
does that mean?
We wait to consume it for just a minute,
1 minute.
couple minutes. So now,
Here, I'll set a timer for a minute, so
All right.
we're at least doing the minimum.
yep. So now it says, it now tells you to watch the screen as a series of rapid fire words flash by that are literally fucking impossible to read if you don't watch the video in 0.25 speed. Love these videos, but god damn it. Nobody
There's a
covers
lot.
this shit, so I had to figure out what the shit said on my own.
I think we see why now.
So, that being said, to sum up, it says that we've been being hunted for a long time. Only those worthy are able to stay youthful. That the sister on high is our guide, and that the light is eternal youth. And this replays over and over and over until we get this ending screen that says, "Obey our sister on high's decree. Through her, all our goals can be achieved. In the name of the sisterhood, praise unto her." Let's drink this fucking drink.
Yeah, let's fucking do it, because in about 5 seconds we have let it sit.
We did
long
it.
Enough.
Come on,
pass that
right?
shit. And
All right, Doug, since this is
go.
yours,
Stupid bitch.
you get the first
This is
sip.
gonna
man.
taste like fucking absolute shit on
Yeah,
my ass.
yeah. I substituted the blood and the life
No, you
elixir
didn't.
for whiskey and Pepsi.
For
or
blood
Coke.
and life elixir.
You're right.
Right. Yeah.
It doesn't taste good. Well, they never said eternal life. The road to it would be easy, Doug.
easy.
Yeah,
It tastes like a shit sandwich.
it doesn't smell that bad though. I won't lie. I'm
Yeah, it
picking
smells
up
like fruit punch, and then it
notes
tastes
of
like fruit
fruit.
ass.
Come on, chug-a-lug, jitterbug.
Oh, you are over exaggerating.
Let me
That
see
is
it.
not at all the worst thing I've
It's
ever had.
not good. It tastes like a LaCroix.
I actually would drink that. I like LaCroix. That it does not taste bad. Eternal life, not bad.
Well,
I'll drink it then. Fucking give it here.
yeah, no, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll
Well,
fucking be immortal. I'll be the Morbius of this group. Come on, fucking, this shit do not taste bad at all.
Okay.
Anyways, so now that
Actually,
we
could use a
know,
bit more vodka.
it could use a lot of less, all of it.
It could be an empty cup for free.
I would
and
prefer.
you know,
Actually, it tastes like a candy.
okay.
The fact,
Well, anyway,
anyways,
Doug,
there's
what
a
were we
bunch of
talking
bullshit
about?
in there. So once we see this last screen, that's the end of the video. But we have there's a little blurb from the description of the video that I wanted to put in there. So the Minerva Alliance actually went to this sorority, so they like vanished overnight. Nobody,
sorority?
yeah, nobody knows what happened to them. Nobody knows where they went. They went to the sorority house. They checked everywhere in the house. Nobody, like, there was no sign of them leaving. But they did find a back room, like a hidden back room. That's where they found this video.
Did they
Now-
hear some static when entering, or like fall through a floor?
Literally nothing. They just happened on the room. They basically went around the campus and started asking, like, hey, like, what's up with this sorority? Like, what are they about? This and that. And what they got was, in short, the sisterhood vanished out of nowhere, and the Minerva agents could only recover this and some small info about the sorority house. Things like they recruited high numbers of biology and pre-med students. They were also
Okay.
all super attractive and very youthful looking.
I'm about to be there, too.
too.
So, long story short, this cult of witches was basically praising a higher being that, like, basically, I guess to say, focused on the fountain of youth, for
Yes.
lack of a better word. Everything they were doing was to become, like, eternally youthful and never age.
I mean, that is one of the things that we as people want.
Is it
Oh,
a
1,000%.
Is it a cult to some higher being? Or maybe it's Maybelline.
There it is.
Maybelline. Yeah, but that's that video for sure. So I'm actually going to briefly touch on the next one. It's their new mission statement, which is pretty much the same as their old one, but you can tell
Bit
that they've
updated.
made a few changes to it. They've added some other companies that are now assisting them in their outreach.
Canada.
Canada, the Ministry of Anomalies, the Department of Anomalies, and the Australian chapter of the Department of Anomalies.
I do like the Department of Anomalies like logo where it's like the cube with the question mark in it.
Yeah,
I think that's very fun.
It's very nice to look at.
Mhm.
But the old mission statement is no longer in effect. That's why the first video says depreciated on it. And now they safeguard these anomalies if they are able to safely obtain them if they pose a big enough threat on humanity. So basically they're now fucking ghostbustering themselves
Yeah.
into collecting these anomalies if they can, which is actually how we've come across these videos.
Yes.
And that's the new mission statement. And then we have video 7, which is called Recovered Footage, Madame Claire, the Psychic Savant.
Mm.
This one is very, very fun. This is another Little Sisters video. So if you remember from the first video, the company was Little Sister who put it out. But now we're going from, what was it, 2000 and now we're going to a video that they put out in 1930. So keep that in mind. That's very important. So this one is basically a fortune-telling video for kids. You see a very crudely animated fortune teller. She says to watch as she shows off her soothsaying abilities. And first we see some horoscopes. Nothing very strange out of the ordinary. I paused and read my own. I was like, whatever. I was like, okay, cool. Then she goes on to be like, oh, not impressed? Let's do some tarot readings. And then still nothing crazy happens. She does pull the Towers card, which in the comments everybody was freaking out about. I don't know tarot cards very well. So if you know tarot cards and whatever the Towers is, if that's a bad card, let me know why.
If someone wants to explain to me how it works, I will read Doug and Mike's tarot.
Yeah, there we go. But once we see the tarot's read, she now goes, You still don't believe in my abilities? Let me predict the future for you. And this is where it gets fucky. All right, so basically we've got the horoscopes, the tarot reading, and now we're going into this predicting the future part, which is where this video gets really creepy. And I will preface this video with saying that if you read the description, basically the Minerva Alliance member who found this tape was in a video rental store, and a customer ran in, basically said, this tape needs to be destroyed, and then ran out of the building screaming. And that's where we are.
Like a normal Blockbuster employee or customer.
I prefer family video.
Yeah, so keep in mind, this video was made in the 1930s, 1932 to be exact.
How'd he stumble across that film reel?
Well, that's the thing. Somebody rented it now, and then was like, yo, this is fucked up, ran into the store, returning it, saying this needs to be destroyed. And then the Minerva agent was like,
okay,
I'm going to rent that. And that's where we are with this. So she starts predicting the future, and we get things, we start seeing like almost like a crystal ball and like wavy like imagery and like some text, and it says the first prediction is steel clouds will move over the Vistula, commencing an outbreak of chaos all around the globe, which I'm pretty sure is World War II, is what it's predicting.
Yeah, it's the planes.
And then it says, in the fight against a sweeping ideology, a world power will commence efforts in the jungle, which I assume is Vietnam.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have an invisible fire will rage in the motherland and will rage for eons after its birth.
Chernobyl.
Yep. And then we have fighting for a better life. Many will wither, speaking out against the leaders in Yangtze.
That's the tank thing.
Yeah, that's the Tiananmen Square.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know for sure, honestly. I'm
pretty sure that's what it is.
But the next one, surprise, surprise, we're going to be talking about this on our fucking podcast.
Weird.
4 steel beasts will plunge into the heart of freedom, ending an era of peace and fearlessness. Can anyone say, no, 9/11?
9/11.
Thank you guys for covering the entire audio section of that. Yes, it's fucking perfect.
The next one says, the earth will tremble and send terrible waves over the land, with many washing away in its wake.
Japan's
the tsunami.
Yeah.
And then it says, the land of the rising sun.
Oh, that's Japan's tsunami.
Poseidon. No, that's
Japan.
Oh,
Land
yeah,
of the Rising
you're
Sun
right.
is Japan,
Land
yeah.
of the Rising Sun. Poseidon will creep in and ignite a fire similar to the one from a decade prior.
Huh.
Yeah.
That is 1945-ish, I'm guessing, is about when that took place.
Well, yeah. Terrible. Oh.
Yeah.
Anyways, an alternative yet deadly storm will descend upon a large gulf, bringing widespread destruction with it. I assume that's Katrina.
Yeah.
And then it says, fire will rain from the heavens, bringing machine supremacy. This one I wasn't quite sure.
Fire will rain from the heavens. Acid rain?
No. No, this is from the year 2042.
Right.
You guys will see it.
Yeah. And then an attempt to cut off the Hydra of Freedom's heads goes awry, with the assassins condemned to death. I wasn't quite sure on this one, but I was thinking maybe like the JFK assassination
Ooh.
potentially.
That's a good one.
I don't know for sure.
Or Lincoln maybe, and some kind of presidential assassination.
no, because these are going in like a chronological order. So I don't think it's that. Everything has been going up until recent dates.
It has been going up in dates, so like some of them are like kind of confusing, but then it brings up forest fires, the Japan nuclear disaster, and then lastly it goes, all life on Earth perishes, and it's just like this very desolate scene, just totally,
mute of life.
yeah.
Maybe some of those are supposed to be like things that will happen.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is like Minority Report.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ, Jason
Bourne.
Bourne.
That's not even the Minority Report, but that's all I could think about when he said it.
They put that in the trailer. Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne. It's like, whoa, calm down, man. Like, it's just one guy.
But yeah, that's the end of video 7, and to be honest with you guys,
Guess what
in
we're
the
doing?
lieu of how much more there is in the Minerva Alliance,
There's so much more.
we're going to a part 2.
We have to, right?
I think in
I like
just
the
to
arms on the side for that on a part 2.
part 2. Part 2. Yeah, we're gonna do a part 2 for this one.
We haven't done a part 2 in a while.
We
been a minute.
haven't. That's fun.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. And honestly, like, I would rather do a part 2 and give you guys the information you need, because this one was, again, I am just full of digestive issues right now. I'm so sorry.
You're a burpy boy.
I fucking loved this series.
It's so good.
It was so good. It hit. Oh,
Let it out, buddy.
oh,
Let it out.
he's burping me. Hold on.
Oh, he barfed into his own pants.
Yep, that happens. He's all good, though.
Oh. Every time, man.
I got to get back in my spot. Here we go.
But no, like this tickled so many itches that I had. One of those being SCP. It was very light. It was very, very
Fluffy.
It
Like a pastry.
It didn't touch on everything I'd like it to, but just the way these are classified. You know what I mean? Like this series, please go watch it. Please go watch the whole fucking thing in the interim, like while we're going to part 2. Just get caught up. It's just so fucking fun. It's so much fucking fun.
Yeah, and like we said, like no one's really covering this.
No.
I don't know why, because this is easily in my top.
This is in my like
Analog horror.
2H32 like adjacent.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
for enjoyability, like that. This is where that falls for me.
This fucks.
It does fuck.
It do be
fucks,
fucking.
and it's rightly bussin'.
It's bussin', respectfully.
Respectfully bussin'. So yeah, no, there's that, and yeah, it's just we want to do this one a service because
Yes.
nobody's really covering it, so why not have us cover it in depth a little bit better?
Yeah, and we thought we could do it in one. We are realizing more and more as we're talking that nope, we can. So we're gonna do a part 2.
Linktree.com/DeludiePod.
Yeah, let's head out.
Yeah, let's fucking head out.
Patreon.com/DeludiePod. You can find us on all socials at DeludiePod. You can find us on YouTube at Don't Look Under the Internet. You can buy us a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/DeludiePod. Plus, for real, it's going to be alcohol.
It's beer.
You can go to our merch shop, which the link for that is also in the Linktree, linktree.com/DeludiePod. You can, what else can we do? What else can they do? You can leave us a 5-star review on
Our
motherfucking
OnlyFans.
Spotify and apparently our OnlyFans that we have. You
Go to
can
our
leave us
fucking,
a comment on our on Apple iTunes on
And
Apple.
Spotify.
You can't leave comments on
Reviews?
Spotify.
Oh,
yes.
no, sorry.
Only ratings. But you can leave
Subscribe
us
to our YouTube.
Yeah, do that.
Apple Podcasts.
We're
Subscribe
so
to our
close to
YouTube.
being, the Make It Big people. Like, help us.
We're
Yeah.
trying to get monetized on
We're so close.
YouTube, but
Yep,
we need about 700 more subs.
We'll get there. And then I
That's
also
half of what we needed before.
leave
Yeah.
us a voicemail, and our Google phone number is 630-909-9366.
Just once?
Yeah, no nonsense, Michael.
No
Wow.
nonsense, Michael. All right.
I
like
could
that.
go on more about 630-909-9366, but I think I'll
Why
end
would
it there. And then I think that's it. I will tell you to take a woman named Minerva's tooth and align it with your other teeth.
Carve a piece of an owl into that tooth.
Yes.
Just so you know.
Yes. Jason, do you have anything to say to the people, the beautiful people, Bududu?
Well, considering this is kind of like a fucking last minute decision, stay paranoid, but mostly hang out with bated breath about the rest of this series because there's such a cliffhanger to be left on.
Doug, do you have anything to say to people?
I just want to give a no-nonsense slap your peens against your beans.
There's like 630 things 909 things that I could say about this.
Mike.
And it's, I take it back. 9,366 things that I can say.
There you go.
Stop him. You're not seeing it. Are you understanding what is
Yeah,
happening?
I had to give that one to him because that was creative as fuck.
There's a bunch of things I could say to all you lovely people, but I'll end it at that.
I hate Mike.
He got creative,
Goodbye.
man. Like, what do I do about that? I have to start.
No, that's it. Fuck Mike.
Fuck Mike. You heard it here. See you.